Joining me today is Trey Mancini, up for this final stretch with the Orioles from AAA ball Norfolk, and you had a pretty good year down there hitting 280, and I know how tough it is to hit 280 in that ballpark. But let's talk about your major league start already. Your first 2 hits, 2 home runs. Nobody in an Oriole uniform has ever done that. What does it feel like right now?
I mean, it's hard to describe. It's been, just a whirlwind of a week from getting the call last Saturday evening to now. The things that can happen in a week are pretty crazy. So it's been an incredible experience so far.
Not only for you, but your family. We got to see the highlights of your mother, your sister, your brother, your best friend. Everybody was going nuts in that grandstand. Your mom just couldn't believe it. It was so heartwarming to see it happen, and happened here at Camden Yard. It was almost like the best thing that's gone on this last month for us.
Yeah, it was. To see my mom's reaction after the game, I saw the videos, of course, and it really hit home. Both my parents have made tremendous sacrifices for my baseball my entire life. I've been playing since I was 4 years old, and it's been a huge part of my family's life from day to day. So to finally pay him back in a way like that was really rewarding for sure.
How do you adjust and hit that ball the opposite way? What is it about your swing that allows you to do it?
So I actually think opposite field when I'm up at the plate and adjust in. If you're kind of looking down the middle in, there's a good chance your front shoulder is going to maybe fire open early, and then you're kind of going to come around the ball, and it's never a good idea unless you're pretty sure they're going to come in to really think in. My stance, I just kind of stand straight up and just try to be as loose as possible, at least with my hands, but don't try to have too much movement with my body or anything. And then once he gets breaks in his windup, that's when I'll put my bat down for a second like that, and then load and get ready to go. And I have a little weight transfer with my lower half, but I try not to move my head either. I try to keep my head back, because moving your head when you hit, you don't want your eyes to kind of change where they are, because that'll change where the ball looks like it is.
We've watched you for quite a few years in the minor leagues as you started to really light it up a little bit down there. And one of the things that I see now right away that a lot of major league players are doing is they're opening their left side at the initial stance, and they're trying to close it up. Why do you do that?
I've just always naturally done that, to tell you the truth. It's kind of been the first 2 things that I've moved are my hips and hands going down, and then everything else kind of follows, and it helps you get a little whip and get everything through there.
Talk a little bit while we got you here about your relationship with your grandfather. You guys had season tickets here. You actually hit your first home run on his birthday.
Right.
Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I'd come up and visit my grandparents and the rest of my family in Bowie every season, and every summer we'd pick a day out and come to an Orioles game. So we'd usually sit, somewhere above the dugout over there, about 15 or 20 rows up. And I always remember when I was a 3-year-old being here, they played the White Sox in a game. I remember that. I don't even know how. It's one of my earliest memories. So, and to be able to do it on his birthday, he just loved baseball more than anything. So it was really cool.
Were you ever there sitting when your grandfather said, "Someday you're going to be an Oriole"?
He did. Yeah. I do remember him saying that, and I just kind of, I'd laugh and say, "Oh yeah, that would be cool." But it's really hard to be a major league baseball player. I even knew that back then.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I can tell you one thing for sure. He was there with you in the batter's box when you hit your first one.
Definitely.
So it's a good thing. There you go, Granddad. Trey Mancini. Good start so far.
Thank you.